Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the podcast. Busy month for the world of wrestling. We have 3 pay-per-views. We have Crown Jewel, obviously, this Saturday, November 5th. We have AEW Full Gear on November 19th. And then we have WWE Survivor Series War Games on November 26th after Thanksgiving. And I believe that'll be on a Sunday. So, Saturday, my bad. Saturday. I want to get into some stuff though. So I've seen the stuff about one Mr. CM Punk. And I do want to talk about that. Listen, I love CM Punk. I never didn't like him. Okay, I still like him as a wrestler. He's still so good. But potentially CM Punk may never wrestle again. And I feel bad for Phil Brooks, the guy that portrays CM Punk on TV. But at the same time, he's done this to himself. He's created so many issues, like with WWE, they don't want to work with him. Ring of Honor doesn't exist anymore. Impact is not going to get CM Punk. That's not going to happen. AEW is where he was working. He worked there for a year. And then at the All Out Media Scrum, he threw basically everybody under the bus, basically his bosses, under the bus, and just, yeah, he's not, I don't think he's coming back to wrestling, because it makes sense business-wise for WWE or AEW, either one, to try to get Punk back. But the AEW locker room has been very vocal about that they don't like Punk. I know Chris Jericho's name has been mentioned in that list. That's really the only name other than I think the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega have an issue with Punk. Obviously, they're suspended because of what happened at the media scrum. Backstage altercation. I'm not going to get into that. That's old news at this point. I guess when you think about it, Punk going to WWE would make the most sense. Because AEW's, obviously, the wounds are too fresh there. So business-wise, it makes sense for Punk to still work and work in WWE. He can make the money, right? There's money on the table to be made with a CM Punk in WWE. Because his name is still big and he's still a draw. However, I don't think he goes back to WWE because of the things that he has said about them in the past and the things that they, Triple H just got the mindset, okay, if they'll make you money, then it makes sense, right? CM Punk is going to make you money. But what Triple H has got to understand about this, and I think he does understand this, is, yes, Triple H will make the decision to bring back Punk if he thinks it's going to make him money. So he'll offer Punk a contract. Is that good for locker room morale? And I don't think it is. CM Punk is not good for locker room morale. Also, apparently Punk is threatening to take legal action against Tony Khan and AEW. CM Punk, grow up. You put yourself in this position. You're the reason that you're in this position. Nothing AEW did was wrong. Nothing WWE did was wrong. Other than they did fire you on your wedding day. I get that. WWE did fire you on your wedding day. But that was 7 years ago. At some point, you gotta grow up. Okay? I do want to talk about this. I saw this earlier. I missed a match last night. I did not watch the women's tag team title match, and we had new tag team champions. And it's now been confirmed and reported by WWE themselves that Alexa Bliss and Asuka, the new tag team champions, will face Dakota Kai and Io Sky Damage Control at Crown Jewel. I think this is a good booking decision, but after a night to kind of sleep on it and think about it, and I have, unless the plan is to separate Bayley from Damage Control, do not take the titles off of Alexa and Io. Or, unless it's to get Damage Control the titles back, because there's several rumors out there that Sasha Banks and Naomi could be heading back to the company. I'd be fine with that. I have no issue with Sasha Banks and Naomi. I love Sasha Banks. My God, I was so mad when WWE released her. I'd love to see her back. Let's talk about this for a second, though, guys. So the NFL trade deadline has come and gone, and guys, I gotta be honest with you, I was a bit shocked. About some of the trades. Dolphins traded for Broncos linebacker Bradley Chubb and 49ers running back Jeff Wilson. That was insanely awesome. Chase Claypool's on the move. He's leaving Pittsburgh, going to Chicago. Nyheim Hines is on the move. He's leaving the Colts to go to the Buffalo Bills. So here's some of the trades. This is the one that really shocked me. Lions deal Pro Bowl tight end TJ Hawkinson to rival Vikings in the division in a swap of draft picks. Now, I don't care what Detroit got for TJ Hawkinson. It's very, very simple. The Vikings have won this trade. TJ Hawkinson is a generational talent. He's up there with the Kittles and the Kelseys and the Andrews as far as best tight ends in the game. And now you see 2 years. I mean, 2 times during the year, man. Bears acquired Chase Claypool from Steelers for a second-round pick. Dolphins acquire Broncos Bradley Chubb for a first-round pick and Chase Edmonds. 49ers send veteran Jeff Wilson Jr. to Dolphins for a draft pick. Falcons deal suspended wide receiver Calvin Ridley. He's not even playing this year. Send him to the Jaguars. Steelers deal for Commanders disgruntled cornerback William Jackson. Bills add potent offense, acquire pass-catching running back Nyheim Hines from the Colts. And I believe, yes, Zach Moss went with that trade from the Bills to the Colts. I got a question. Why didn't Green Bay make a move? Like, Aaron Rodgers is probably in his last year. I'll just be honest with you. Like, I don't see him playing again next year. It's not happening. But how do you not, like, you see the Bears make a move and get a receiver. Right? You see the Lions and the Vikings trade with each other. But you didn't make a move? Like, it's nutty. That's stupid. That is so stupid. Yeah, so the Dolphins backfield exchange today after sending Chase Edmonds to Denver and adding Jeff Wilson Jr. ultimately nets out a big positive for Miami. Edmonds was dead last in rush yards and over expected this season. Rush yards over expected this season. Per Next Gen Stats, when Wilson Jr. ranked 7th in rush yards over expected this season. Miami's going all in. They add a really key young defensive piece, right? Like Bradley Chubb's one of those guys that if you can get him, you get him. But like, it does seem like the Packers tried to make a move for Chase Claypool. Didn't work. Chase Claypool, here's the thing. I think if Chase Claypool can grow up, mature a little bit, he's gonna have a good career. He can catch, he can run, he knows what he's doing on the field. It's just a matter of maturity. Kind of like Juju Smith-Schuster. Juju needed to get out of Pittsburgh and develop maturity, and he's done that with Kansas City, and you see the results. He's emerging as the number one guy for Patrick Mahomes. Like, but yeah, I mean that's insane, man. Um, so all the NFL stuff I've got. I do want to say this though, and our situation is not as dire because at least we're winning games. But like Seattle, did you not want to make a move on defense? Give us another key young defensive piece. That would have been nice. Somebody that can kind of help without with us not having Jamal Adams. I'm just saying. But this whole the NFL is a crazy league. I'm okay with the trade. I'm okay with the move. I really like the move for the Vikings to get TJ Hawkinson. I like the move for the Bears to get Chase Claypool. I like that move. Because again, Claypool is going to be one of those guys that if he can mature a little bit, he'll be fine. Back to wrestling, because that's what we do here on this show. I just want to jump in a little bit to the NFL and give you guys a little bit of my opinion on the NFL. Back to wrestling, though. Tegan Nox. I love her. I think she's a great young talent. She's only 27. Like, when you think about wrestlers in their primes, the prime age for most male wrestlers is 35 to 40. The prime age for most female wrestlers is 30 to 35. She's not even entered her prime yet. She's 27. There's been talk that WWE would love to bring her back. I'd love to see her back. Now, I don't know how you will reintroduce her to the audience because we obviously haven't seen her since Vince McMahon decided to release her. She hasn't wrestled in any other companies since leaving y'all's company. So, her situation was very similar to Bray Wyatt. The only difference being, obviously, Bray Wyatt was well known regardless of if he worked or didn't work outside of the WWE. Tegan Knox is not, but I like Tegan. I think she's really good. I think she's a really strong key piece. I think she'd buffer the women's division in the main roster on Raw and SmackDown. Or if y'all wanted to, take her back to NXT, give her another couple months in it. She'd really help that division. And speaking of NXT's women's division, oh my God. Mandy Rose, I was wrong about you. I have said that you weren't. I said it a long time ago, but I said, yeah, I don't see any growth in you. Mandy, I apologize. I was wrong. This past year, watching what you've done in NXT, I realized I was wrong. It was truly just the booking on the main roster. And you're so talented. And by the way, what a freaking promo by Mandy Rose tonight. She told y'all, put some respect on her name, and you better do it. I'm not, I respect you, Mandy. I respect you as a competitor. I respect you as a fighter. I respect you as a talker. I respect you, Mandy Rose. Nothing but respect to you, Mandy. You've done an incredible job this past year. Congratulations on 1 year as being NXT Women's Champion. I cannot wait to see what you do next. Well, guys, that's been the show. We talked about a little bit of NFL. We talked about, obviously, wrestling, because that's what we do here on this podcast. We talk about wrestling. But, yeah, give me your thoughts in the comments. Tegan Knox, yes or no, do y'all want her back in WWE, or would y'all rather see her go to a different company? Me, personally, I want her back in WWE because I think Triple H will book her better and take better care of her than any other company will. Also, give me your thoughts on CM Punk. Do we ever see Punk wrestle again, yes or no? I think not, because he's just got to grow up. At the end of the day. The grown man. Grow up. Anyway, guys. This has been the show. My name is Nick. This is the Nick Beasley Show. Peace.